Hey, what is up guys? I'm KBHD here, and this is the OnePlus 3T. And there's just a couple things you need to know about this phone. Obviously, it looks very familiar to the phone OnePlus released less than 6 months ago, the OnePlus 3. One of the best budget phones out there, for the record. Great phone for under 400 bucks, highly recommended. So the OnePlus 3T is to the OnePlus 3 as the iPhone 6S was to the iPhone 6. Basically, T is the new S. It's kind of an iterational change to the phone that came out back in June. It's a spec bump, fit into the exact same design. You wouldn't know it was new just by looking at it unless you knew exactly what you're looking for. So here we go. I'll tell you exactly what's new. Number one, as you might have noticed, is the slightly new color. This is called gunmetal, and you can see it versus the OnePlus 3's silver. You notice the difference, right? It's subtle, it's slightly darker, it's kind of more like a space gray type of thing. I like it. And there's also a soft gold as well. Number two is it has a Snapdragon 821 inside at the higher 2.35 gigahertz clock speed, so not underclocked like it is in the Pixel. So this is a slightly newer, super high-end chip, and when you pair that back with the same 6 gigabytes of RAM, you have yourself a pretty high, one of the highest end spec sheets of any smartphone. So number three, and I think that this is my favorite, is they fit a much larger battery in this phone in the exact same dimensions. This OnePlus 3T is rocking a 3,400 milliamp hour battery, up from the 3,000 milliamp hour battery you had before. That is legit. I've been preaching about, if you can make a phone battery as big as possible, even if the phone's a little bit thicker, you should do it. So now you're getting a 13% bigger battery with the 3T in the same metal body. That should be nice. That should translate to much better battery life and screen on time. Number four is this is also now a 128 gigabyte phone. So double the storage you had with the OnePlus 3. It was a 64 gigabyte phone tops. So 128, that should alleviate some of the concerns of people who really wanted expandable storage. You still don't get that, but I keep my entire Spotify library downloaded for flights, and 128 gigs was great for me. Number five is the cameras. So the OnePlus 3T has the exact same 16 megapixel camera on the back. That's no change, still pretty damn good. But it's now rocking a new 16 megapixel front-facing camera, so a big upgrade from the 8 megapixel selfie camera from the OnePlus 3. Obviously, you're only gonna care about this if you take a lot of selfies or front-facing video, but for what it's worth, I did notice a difference in the quality of the photos and the videos from the front-facing camera. It did seem to struggle a little bit with focus sometimes, possibly since it's also an f2.0 aperture. But when you do nail focus with this front-facing camera, you can tell the difference, and the selfies look really good from the OnePlus 3T. Nice and wide angle, decent colors, decent dynamic range again, and better sharpness, and even a slightly shallower depth of field when your subject is close. And finally, number six, last but not least, is the software. So you note out of the box, the 3T is running Android Marshmallow still, but with their upgraded, very light Oxygen OS. And that should be upgraded to Android Nougat very soon and retaining all these features alongside the OnePlus 3. So the OnePlus 3 isn't becoming obsolete. That would just be nuts in half a year. They're still giving that a software upgrade as well, but obviously the higher spec version, this 3T, replaces the 3 and has a couple new looks and features in Oxygen OS as well. So they're gonna be selling this 3T for $439. So again, still really high-end flagship specs for a relatively low price. Like the Pixel with the same chip with a lower clock speed is what, 650 bucks to start. The Galaxy S7, 600 bucks. You've looked at all the numbers on paper and in user experience. This is a great phone for another pretty low price. All the rest of the things I didn't talk about in this video are still exactly the same from the OnePlus 3 review. I'll link it below if you want to watch it again, but it's the same great 1080p display, same great size and metal build and form factor, decent speakers. It's still the fastest charging phone in the world, I'm pretty sure right now, so dash charging is awesome to have. So all those things, plus the upgrades, and about a $40 price hike for 6 months later, that's pretty good in my opinion. I'm liking this. It kind of seems like OnePlus is picking up sort of where Nexus left off before Pixel showed up, where people were really excited for a really mid-range to high-end phone that had really lightweight or pure stock Android for a really low price, and the experience would be awesome. Well, now Pixel is like 650 bucks, so if you still want a lightweight Android experience for around half that price, 400 bucks-ish, then it seems like OnePlus 3T is the way to go. So you know how I said the OnePlus 3T is to the 3 as the 6S is to the 6? Well, turns out OnePlus did this on purpose. They did it for the exact reason. The letter T comes one after S, so like one better than S, kind of one-upping Apple in that way, whatever. Maybe they're trolling, but well played OnePlus 3T. gets my thumbs up and my nod of approval, and it will probably be right up at the top at like the highest end budget smartphones you can get. The Smartphone Awards 2016 is coming up if you haven't already noticed, so that's something that we're thinking a lot about. Either way, that's been it. People have said that OnePlus 3 owners should be mad because their phone is obsolete 6 months later. No, it's not. That's still also one of the best budget smartphones of the whole year. But that's pretty much all I have to say about the 3T. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.